everyone, I'm Jeanette with Returning Home Yoga. Today's practice is one to move stagnant energy. If you're feeling a little down and out, a little depressed, this practice will help to move that heavy, dense energy. And so we'll begin. You might want to have a blanket nearby if you have sensitive knees. We will be in a kneeling position throughout this practice, not for the whole practice, but some of it. And you might want to use it to elevate your pelvis a little as we begin seated. You can be cross-legged, or if your hips don't allow that, you can have your foot soles touching, you can have your legs straight. Really choose something that feels appropriate for what's going on in your body this morning or today. It's morning still for me. A reminder as we move through practice that at any time, do what you can. If you need to pause and to rest, to do so. And we'll begin settling into the sits bones. Allowing the body to begin to land onto the mat, into your practice. Arms resting comfortably alongside you, hands on the legs, palms up or down. Eyes softly closed or focused upon a single spot out in front of you. And we begin to create space between eyebrows, smoothness upon the forehead, space around the eyes and the nose, softness into the cheeks. Maybe the corners of the mouth turn slightly towards ears. We begin to feel the spinal column finding its natural alignment. And the jawline moving parallel to the ground. And as attention now shifts into the pelvis, become aware of the sits bones and their connection into the surface beneath you. If they feel a little hidden, it could be muscle and flesh needs to be removed from them by simply removing or rolling the thigh flesh and muscle out and away. Encourage your shoulder blades to settle onto the back body, slightly in towards the spine and down towards the hips. Encourage a softness into the belly, a subtle lift of the pelvic floor, ever so subtle. Right at the perineum, where you might actually feel a lift all the way from the pelvic floor up through the center of the body and out through the crown of the head. And with that subtle engagement of the pelvic floor, you might feel the deeper core muscles gently engaging. And we begin to deepen the breath. Just staying present as the breath enters the body through nostrils. Where does it go? Feeling your exhale, how the body gently contracts without the spinal column collapsing. And begin to create an ujjayi pranayama. Feeling the inhale breath moving down through the back of the throat as the throat itself gently narrows. As you exhale, feeling how the body begins to feel a warmth from this ujjayi. Good. Completing the current cycle of breath you're on. Body returns to its natural rhythmic breath. And on an inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhaling to heart. We open practice with a single Om. By all means, join in if you're comfortable to. Please take an inhale. Good. Release your arms. On an inhale, slide shoulders to ears. Exhale through the mouth, shoulders lower. Inhale, lift. You're actually exhaling through the nostrils, not the mouth. You may wish to go a little faster. Four, three, two, inhale, hold the shoulders up, high blood pressure. Please release immediately. As you exhale, slowly release. Let your hands return to legs as we pause to feel new energy within the neck and shoulders and perhaps elsewhere within the body. On the inhale, arms sweep forward and upward. Exhale, turn to your right. One arm lowers towards leg, other behind you. Inhale, grow tall through the spine. Exhale, hug that right shoulder blade a little bit closer to midline. Inhale. As you exhale, your head might turn a little further behind you. Hold for the full breath. As you inhale, slowly look center if that feels available in your neck. As you exhale, look over the other shoulder. A degree again that's appropriate. On your next inhale, head comes forward, arms lift. Exhale, pause here as you create space between ears and shoulders. Anchor through the sits bones. Inhale, lengthen from outer hips through to fingertips. Exhale, turn opposite direction. Inhale, ground through your back arm. Feel more length in your spine. Exhale, create a little bit deeper twist by hugging that left shoulder blade closer to midline. Inhale. Exhale, maybe your head looks further over that shoulder, your left one. Another full breath here. Next inhale, look forward. Exhale, maybe your head turns A little further opposite. Looking over the right shoulder. Stay with breath. On your next inhale, head looks forward, arms lift. Exhale. Pausing. Okay. Let's come into table pose, please. Again, if you need cushioning under your lower legs, please place a blanket or a folded towel there. I always use one just to protect my knees. Hands are below the shoulders, fingers spread wide. Middle finger straight ahead. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, begin to round into your cat. Pausing at the top here as the belly hugs into spine. Leading with your heart center, inhale. Bring the heart center towards ground, tilt the tail, lift the heart. Low belly stays hugging in. Exhale, round. Inhale, tilting, arching the spine. Draw the shoulder blades back and down. Exhale, rounding. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more at your own rhythm, please. Incorporating your Ujjayi pranayama. The next time you inhale, pause at the top. Low belly hugs in. As you exhale, broaden your collarbones. Inhale. Exhale, begin to round your spine. Big toes touch, knees widen. Sink your sits bones towards your heels. Extend your arms out in front of you. Forehead may or may not rest on the ground. As you inhale, lengthen through the front of your spine. As you exhale, see if you can extend your arms a little further forward and begin to tent your hands so just the finger and thumb pads are connected to the ground. 3 breaths here. On your next exhale, slowly release the arms. Let your head sink if that's available. As you inhale, come through table, lift the heart, curl the toes. Low belly hugs in. Inhale, lift your knees just a little as you anchor down through the outer edges of your palms. Feel the collarbones broaden as you create space between the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, reach the sits bones to the wall behind you. Begin to explore straightening one leg on an exhale. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten other. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, bend both knees. Exhale as you anchor a little stronger through the base of the fingers into your thumbs. Encourage your belly to find the thighs. Inhale. Exhale, begin to explore lengthening both legs. Stay grounded through the outer edges of palms. Encourage less and less angle at the wrist joints. So you might find that your
Just exploring the distance that your feet are away from your hands. Please see if you can maintain length in your spinal column. Good. As you inhale, let's come to the knees. Exhale, let's sit on the heels. Now, if that's a little bit challenging for you, you might take the blanket, place it between your calves and thighs to create a little bit more space for your knee joints. If you find it's more the tops of your feet that are the issue here, you can roll the blanket, place the feet on top of it, and allow a little bit more support for them. Either or is fine, your choice. Good. As you inhale, bring your arms up. As you exhale, pause here and spread your fingers and thumbs as wide apart as you can. Inhale, lengthen from outer hips right to those finger and thumb tips. As you exhale, bend your elbows. Bring thumbs into the palms, make a fist, and let your elbows land alongside the body. Inhale. Exhale, thumbs come in, fold the fingers over them, bring the elbows close to body. And again, inhale. Exhale strong. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to change it slightly this time. As you exhale, you're going to open your mouth and stick out your tongue and go. All right, this is called lion breathing. Inhale. Keep folding the fingers over the thumbs. Keep going. Four. Inhale up. Release your arms, hands. Notice if there's a smile beginning to percolate. Bring your awareness inside and feel the dance as the movement of lion breath has, or lion breathing, has maybe created a dance of prana within you, awakening that life force. Taking the time for that prana to be absorbed into the body as we feel it. If we were feeling a little down and out, perhaps there's a little bit of joy, happiness, beginning to find its way into your cells, to your muscles. From here, let's return to table pose. We're not there long. Fingers spread. Inhale, lift the heart, tilt the tail, curl the toes. And as you exhale, find your downward facing dog. From here, bend your knees, take a look between the hands, walk your feet between them, as many steps as needed, 2 big ones, or if you're familiar with hopping, feel free to take that option. As you exhale, place your hands onto your shins, bring your spine parallel to the ground, look forward. Inhale, exhale, lower. Allowing your neck to relax. Bend your knees. Bring the arms forward and upward. Let's rise. Exhale, arms beside you. Good. Placing your feet hip distance apart if they're not already. Encourage your toes to be straight ahead. Feel your feet grounding. Feel the crown of your head lengthening. As we take a few moments to anchor into the three corners of your feet, points below big toes and baby toes through ball mounts and the points in the center of each heel. As you ground through those corners, feel the legs becoming a little stronger as muscles hug in towards bones. Reconnect to that very subtle lift of the pelvic floor. Feel openness across the chest into the collarbones as your shoulder blades draw back down at the end. Feel the jawline grow parallel to the ground. And maybe there's still residue of a little smile at the corners of the mouth. Inhale, anchoring through feet, arms rise. As you exhale, take right hand around left wrist. Begin to open the left side of body towards sky as you find Halfmoon Pose. Actually more of a variation of Chandrasana, Moon Pose. Inhale, rise. Exhale, change hands. Exhale. Feel the right side of the body opening up to sky. Hold for the breath. Good. Inhale. Exhale, change hands. Encourage length through the bottom side of the body as well as the top. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, create space between ears and shoulders. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, reach your sits bones out behind you. Now, if this is too much for the arms, for them to stay more on either side of the head, please by all means bring them forward. Palms might face down if they're forward. Stay with your breath. Find the anchoring through the feet. 3 more breaths here. Good. As you inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Adjust as needed as you settle into a few moments of absorption as the energy that we've created in the body is essentially integrated into the body. We move into breath of joy now. So widening your legs, turning the toes slightly outward. I'll demonstrate this first just to give you a sense of how the movement is. It is very energizing. Don't worry about the arms if they get all mixed up. That's normal. Looks like this. So it's 3 quick inhales, and when you come forward, and that sound can become as loud as you like. Absolutely. Especially if there's stuff that's just been frustrating you. Feel free just to let it all out through that. Alrighty. Here we go. Begin. Inhale.
And as you come up, find your feet coming a little closer together as you begin to root. If you feel dizzy at all, please sit or lie down. And again, awareness with the inner dance. Awareness of energy flowing. Maybe even a sense of euphoria. A sense of like, wow, do I ever feel amazing? And yeah, maybe the smile is back as we allow, again, that absorption of all that new energy we just created. Wonderful. All right. As we reconnect to the feet, we'll ground, moving into balance. 2 poses, one right after the other. By all means, if you need to pause and take a break between them, do so. Let's find a focal point that does not move. Feel that subtle lift of the pelvic floor as the low belly draws in, slightly upwards. Bring attention into one foot and really encourage its anchoring, even more into the mat, into the floor. And if you actually happen to have a cushy mat, you might want to be more floor-based than mat-based. Reconnect to your drishti. Feel the thigh muscles hugging into bone as you begin to lift your other leg. Place the foot onto the calf, or maybe take the ankle and place it right up into your inner thigh. Now you might find that your foot slides on your leggings, your pants. If it does, just return to the calf position. Hands can find their way into the heart. And we encourage this opening across the collarbones. When you feel stable, I feel myself being a little wobbly today. When you feel stable, encourage your arms to come up overhead. And maybe you create tree branches. Maybe your hands stay connected. How does your tree pose for Virkosan want to express itself today? From here, on an inhale, bring the leg forward. Place your ankle now onto the thigh of your support leg, right above the knee. Flex at the ankle joint. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, hands could find the heart here. As you bend a little further into that support leg knee. As I mentioned, I feel a little wobbly today apparently, so not to be surprised if I suddenly topple over. Now from here, let's take that leg and cross it over. So we come into eagle legs. We bring the hands to the hips. And then see if you can place your palms onto the back of your hips so that you encourage your elbows a little closer towards each other. We hold here for 3 breaths. Good. As you inhale, let's slowly rise. Exhale, release. And give it a shake. Reconnecting into the feet. Take a moment to notice the difference from one side of the body to the other. And you might feel the urge to have that spontaneous sigh. And if it's not spontaneous, let's take one together. Deep inhale. Yeah. And bring awareness back into both feet. Reconnect to a focal point that does not move. Other leg, begin to bend the knee. Feel the muscles hugging into bone. Feel that subtle lift of the pelvic floor and that inner hugging of belly to spine. And when you're ready, begin to lift your other foot, placing foot sole onto calf. If you explored foot into the thigh on the other side, you might want to do that here as well. Really encouraging thigh into foot, foot into thigh as you create that position. Find your hand position when you're ready. And return the corners of the mouth towards the ears if possible. And if you'd rather stick out your tongue, do so. These are all ways that we prevent the jaw from locking. Add your tree branches when you're ready. I feel myself very wobbly today. Make sure that you're focusing on something other than me as you explore this. On an inhale, let's bring the hands back to the heart. Let's take that bent leg and place ankle above the knee on the other leg. Flex at the ankle. Reconnect to a focal point that doesn't move. And place your hands at the heart. Encourage length through the torso. And when you're ready, simply cross that thigh into the other. So your thighs are hugging as we find eagle legs. On an inhale, lift your shoulders to ears. Exhale, roll your shoulders back and down and reconnect palms to the back of your hips, encouraging shoulder blades to hug in towards the spine. Okay. On an inhale, let's rise. Exhale, release. Give it a shake. Sigh, yawn. How does the body need to release from the experience it just had? Notice the difference from one side of body to the other. We now go into Garandasana, Eagle Pose, including the arms this time. We kind of prepped the legs, prepped the arms just a little by creating that openness across the heart. So we'll inhale. Exhale, arms shoulder height. Inhale, open to sky. Exhale, bring your left arm above the top, above your right. See if your hands can wrap around to the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees here. I'm trying to remember which leg I just stood on. So I think for me, I'll be crossing my right over my left. Maybe not. And if available, see if you can twist tie your arms. Come to the breath to aid with stability and grounding. Focus. And on the exhale, slowly release.
other side. Inhale. Exhale, arm shoulder height. Inhale, open and lift skyward. Exhale, bring your other arm to the top. Inhale. Exhale, bend. Feel your low belly engage. And as you're ready, cross the other leg, thigh to thigh. See if the arms will twist tie, and again, if they don't, hands can stay on the shoulders. It's important to remember that balance is always shifting and changing in our bodies. One day we can be balancing perfectly in the same pose that we do the following day or the next week, and we're all over the place. Appears to be a little bit of my experience today as I record this. But that's okay. It's all good. And on your exhale, let's release. Inhale. Exhale, fold from your hips, flat back. Inhale, slide your hands up your shins, draw your shoulder blades back down and in. Exhale, fold. Encourage your neck to relax. Bend your knees, inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. Just gonna turn my back towards you for a moment. Inhale. Arms rise. Exhale. As you inhale, bring your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, hug the shoulder blades back into midline. Interlace your fingers so it feels strange. Place the hands into the sacrum region. Anchor through the feet. Feet are parallel. Inhale, lift the heart. As you exhale, fold from the hips, flat back. Bring belly to thighs. Encourage the arms up over the head in whatever way is available. Return attention to the neck, encouraging it to lengthen. And on your next inhale, lengthen, lead with your heart, rise. As you exhale, release. Allowing any sighs, yawns, anything at all that the body needs to release. Through the breath is a wonderful way to get it out of the body. If you have knee issues, you might prefer simply to come onto your buttocks in a way that's available, or you might actually only come halfway into this yoga squat, Malasana. So we'll inhale, lengthen. As we exhale, the feet are wide, toes turned out and away. The knees bend, and we'll come down to that half position to start with. Now, you might discover that you already can feel tightness in through the backs of the calves. So if you have the towel or the blanket handy, you might just have it ready so that when we go deeper, your heels can rest onto it. So from here, let's inhale, lengthen. Exhale, place your hands between the feet. Encourage your buttocks to come closer to the ground. Now, if you find that your heels are really lifted, supporting them like this might be quite an ideal way for you to actually find this pose. I'm just going to turn. Yeah, so as your arms find the space, the inner knee region, encourage a gentle pressure of arms into legs, legs into arms, hands at the heart.
maybe at some point you feel the buttocks coming a little bit closer to the ground. You reconnect to breath. And on an exhale, release your hands. Find your way onto your buttocks, extending your legs, removing muscle and flesh from the sits bones. Roll the legs out. If when you sit with your legs straight, you discover that you're pretty rounded through your back body, you can use that blanket or towel to prop your sits bones up. We move into a seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, fold from the hips. Length through the torso. Inhale, find the front body, lengthening, lifting. And as you exhale, settle. If you can't reach your feet, feel free to rest the hands on the shins or along the ground. Most important here is to maintain this length through the torso. If you happen to have a yoga tie or yoga strap, belt, anything like that, you could also use that to wrap around your feet. Return to your breath. And on your next inhale, let's rise. Exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Let's come onto the belly. Make a pillow with your hands so that your forehead rests on them. We're moving into boat pose, Dhanurasana. We'll start with half and then full. Please, if you find that full is too much today, stay with the half. Let's bend one leg, reach hand to ankle. Encourage knee to be in line with hip if possible. Anchor through the front arm. And you might find that right here is perfect. Or on an inhale, press through the front arm, lift your chest, and encourage that right ankle, or whatever leg is bent, that hip, to anchor down into the ground, but not so much that it creates a tilt in the pelvis. Essentially, you're just inviting the pelvis to remain balanced here. Find your breath. And on an exhale, slowly release. Pause for the integration. And the other side. Finding the variation that's appropriate. So you might actually stay right here with the forehead resting on the ground. If you find it challenging to reach hand to ankle, again, you can use a yoga tie, a towel, belt. The tie from a bathrobe actually works really well too. And of course, we find the breath here. On the exhale, slowly release. And pause.
As we move into both hands to both ankles, again, remember choose just that half variation we just practiced if that's more appropriate. While we're in bow pose, there will be the option to breathe quite strongly. Very similar to how the breath was when we did the shoulder breathing. Okay, so that is an option. If you try it and it's too much, please just hold and breathe. Alrighty. So when you're ready, take both ankles if possible. As you find ankles pressing into hands, come to a strong breath. Feel how the breath lifts you into the pose, eases you out a little. Now again, you might stay right here, just breathing, but you might incorporate the little stronger, faster breath. Letting go of the stronger breath. Pause. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Release. Let your head turn one direction. And if you prefer, you can make the pillow with the hands for the forehead to rest on. Turning your head the other way, please. From here, you could either find child's pose immediately, or you could go into downward facing dog first, which is what I will be cueing. Inhale, lift chest. Exhale, curl the toes. Find your downward facing dog. Reconnect to the hands, the foundation of the pose. As you feel length out of the wrists, through the arms, through the shoulders, down through the outer edges of torso to hips. Encourage your neck to be free. Stay with your breath. On an inhale, come to the knees. Exhale, landing in child's if you're not there already. Settle, perhaps with that big sigh. Hands come under the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, pause, sitting on the heels. Let's come on to the buttocks. Using core strength to lower onto the back body. Hands are under the knees. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, draw the belly in as you begin to lower vertebra by vertebra. If needed, hands can rest on the ground to aid the lowering. You need the support, use your hand under hand. Bend your knees, lengthen through the back of the neck. Adjust body for comfort. Draw the knees in. A little massage side to side. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the legs to sky, flex at the ankles. Hands could support the outer legs. Inhale. Exhale, open the legs away from each other. Hands might stay supporting, or they might simply rest to the inner thighs, spreading the toes, flexing at ankles. And on the exhale, helping hands brings legs together. Bend the knees as they come towards your armpits. See if your hands can reach to ankles, calves, or of course the foot soles. Re-lengthen through back of neck. Encourage spine to connect more fully to ground. And begin to roll side to side. Good. So on an exhale, bring your foot soles to touch. Broaden across the collarbones. On the in-breath, bring the legs together. And as you exhale, release legs. Begin to find your Shavasana shape. Blanket might land onto the hips, belly, and thighs. Arms comfortably away from you, palms up. Fingers curling in. First fingers and thumbs lightly touching. And we begin to connect with the breath once again. Noticing its rhythm as you settle. Directing attention into the center of the head. And begin to breathe into that area. And eventually letting go of the breath. Feeling the areas of the heels, calves, thighs that are in connection to mat, floor, and ultimately the earth. Feel the weight of the buttocks melting, sinking. Notice the areas of your back that are touching, physically touching mat, yet energetically touching earth. Feel the areas of the arms touching, connecting to earth. There's areas of the neck, the head, allow a big sigh to be expressed. Perhaps more and more of the back body coming in connection. The physicality of mat, floor, yet energetically into the earth. Energetically, we're connected to everything. And you may notice the inner energy of the body with a new aliveness that wasn't present at start of practice. Rest into this aliveness. Rest into connection with earth, nature, with everyone. Heaven, cosmos. If your body requires more time here, please stay. When ready, the breath deepens. Movement filtrates into toes, thumbs and fingers. Maybe the legs roll, maybe the arms roll. Perhaps at some point there's a full body stretch. Eventually, legs hug into body, arms wrap around. Maybe some movement. And on an exhale, see if head could lift to knees. Hands might reach to feet. If you're here, create space between ears and shoulders. And inhale, lowers. Body to ground. Exhale, pause. One arm comes overhead. Please roll to that side. And the exhale with helping hands. Guide yourself to seated. Simply be with the inner experience. Awareness of breath. Awareness of the cells. Perhaps awareness of an inner vibration. Awareness, perhaps, of a new aliveness created within practice. Maybe there's a sense of all your cells facing forward with happy faces on them. Alive, happy. On an inhale, please sweep the arms out and up. Gentle sigh, hands land at the heart. We close with a single Om and 3 Shantis. Shanti meaning peace. Om, an invitation to connect more deeply with cosmos. If you would like to join, please do so. Inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. May you be filled with peace. May this peaceful energy be shared from you with others. May our practice of yoga today continue to bring peace into your own personal life, to the city that you reside in, and onto the planet. Namaste. I thank you for joining me for your practice today. Feel free to leave questions and comments below the video. I do respond. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Feel free to share with family, friends, colleagues. And for notification of new videos uploaded to my channel, also turn on your notifications. Thank you so much from my heart to your heart. Namaste. See you next time.